Hi, my name is Althea Jar Forteza and I'll be talking about my insights on the speech Women's Rights in the Philippines then and now. So, in the video, the speaker talked about how women's rights were in the Philippines then and now. Despite the image of Filipino women back then were, in comparison to the image of Maria Clara, perceiving them as submissive, fragile, conservative, reserved, looking back into our country's history, our ancestors are quite the opposite of the image they're being perceived as. One of our ancestors that made Philippine history what it is today is Maria Josefa Gabriela Silang, first Filipina revolutionary leader to lead a revolt against Spanish colonization in 1763. Her legacy in fighting for justice and independence for the country influenced women and has contributed to the history of the Philippines. Despite her husband's death from an assassination, she took over the leadership and became a gallant leader that continued the revolutionary movement in Ilocos. And even after her death, her fight for justice and independence prevailed through her bravery, sacrifice, and love for the country. Another Filipino woman who made history is Encarnacion Alonza, the first Filipino historian and first Filipina to get a doctoral degree. So, when the US government's pensionado program opened doors to middle upper class Filipinas, she took advantage of it, recognizing that education is the key to challenging gender inequality. And throughout her career, Alonza advocated for women's rights consistently and was president of an organization dedicated to women's suffrage development. Furthermore, she used her membership in the National Federation of Women's Clubs to lobby for Filipinas' right to participate in public affairs. Because of their contribution to the Philippine history, they've opened multiple doors for Filipino women to attain the same rights as men, which led us to having a chance of education, jobs, and a life outside of the Maria Clara image. However, despite Filipino women receiving equal opportunities as Filipino men when it comes to education and the working industry, it is undeniable that there is still gender inequality in the lives of Filipinas. Which is why it is important that we continue our fight for the rights of women against these gender discriminations and misogynistic and sexist injustices we face by being a voice in women's rights movements and advocacies, along with giving support to women's organizations. Fighting for women's rights is not just an empowerment and equality goal for women, but a key to sustainable development, economic growth, and peace and security. That is all for my presentation. Thank you for watching.